Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Black Widow from Avengers Earth's or Beyond Earth's Mightiest. This has been a long anticipated figure for me. I couldn't pick her up and finally found her on Amazon last week. I'm so excited to get her out of the package, but before we do that, let's actually look at it. So of course on the front we got a nice picture of Black Widow, little image on the back, another picture on the side. We get her and all of her accessories, and honestly, this is to me what a deluxe should be. She was what, $27, so not even a true deluxe, because most of the time they place them at like 30 some dollars. No, you get all these accessories for $27 if you bought it. I had to pay 35, so to me I'm calling it a deluxe, but it wasn't technically. So, or was it? I don't remember. I don't think it was called a deluxe. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm just dumb. Another image of Black Widow on the side. Avengers logo at the top. Not much more at the bottom. So let's crack this figure open. So, out of the package, here she is. This is what she comes with, and I will be showing her other accessories here in a minute. But I do want to show off the articulation first, because this figure, honestly, I've been messing around with her a little bit, and she feels much higher quality than any other Legend I had last year, and truthfully, she would have taken the #1 spot had I gotten her, like, yesterday instead of today, or 2 days ago, I guess, but still, would have made that list. So, up first, I was getting ready to show off the details, but we'll do that in a bit. So, of course, she can look down, she can look up, and in terms of looking up, this is the best you're going to get because the other heads have longer hair. Had kind of a slight pivot in the head. Of course, can do the full 360. Arms go up into a T pose and can go a little over. Biceps swivel. Double jointed elbows that are pinless, which we love to see. Has hands that go up and down. That goes for both arms. But the big attraction, or one of them with this figure, was the butterfly joints, as this is the first Marvel Legend, I believe just first Hasbro figure in general, to have butterfly joints. I take that back. I think G.I. Joe beat him to it. But still, this is impressive for Marvel Legends, because this means we're improving. She also has a nice little diaphragm joint, which allows for spinning, turning around, everything you would want with one. And then, the other thing we love about this figure, she has an ab crunch. Look at that. That's amazing. Of course, then just back to general articulation, bicep swivel, double jointed knee, again, pinless. And this is such a, I don't know how to describe it. It's a very smooth feeling when you move these joints. Very buttery. Buttery smooth. And genuinely, this is one of the best action figure experiences I've had in a while when it comes to movement. You know, a lot of times they're really tight or really loose. This is like that sweet, perfect spot for me. So, honestly, if I could update my Marvel Legends top 10, and truthfully my action figure top 10, she would be making both and would top the Marvel Legends spot, knocking Deadpool down to second place. So pretty well with all those figures, what I want you to do, go watch that video, first of all, and then when you're watching, just remind yourself, everyone sits one spot lower, because she is in that #1 spot. And maybe switch Iron Man and Kingpin while you're at it, because I've kind of walked that one back. But, yeah, overall, articulation is fantastic. This is a figure that I just want to pose around, and that is the best thing. And I guess we can give a quick look at detail. I don't think our other hands... No, they don't give a lot of extra. And I think the hands and maybe the leg itself, possibly the arm, are the only reuse on here, which honestly is pretty good. I don't know. Maybe this head is. I'm not completely sure if it's reuse or not. But if it is, there's still plenty of stuff here that I understand reuse has to happen every now and again. And they knocked it out of the park with this figure. I mean, Everything about it. I especially love the detail of the zipper not hanging straight down and being a little off to the side. That's great. Just every little thing about this. It's hard for me to really describe detail because you can see it. It's very well sculpted. And yeah, I think the legs are more generic. Same with the arms. But the body itself is so specific. I really don't know if they're going to be able to get another figure out of this, which most of the time when they make a body mold is kind of the hope that you can pull multiple figures. So short of just all their Black Widows, I shouldn't say all, but most of their Black Widows coming on this buck, I really don't know how they're going to get their money's worth from it. But honestly, that's good to me. When you have such a specific sculpt where it really only fits one character, that is a good thing. But with that all said, let's actually get into looking at her accessories. And first up, she comes with two trigger hands. Wow. Can't believe I messed that one up. But yeah, two trigger hands, which do seem to be somewhat unique sculpting. I can't really tell. But these do seem more glove-like than just normal trigger hands. So as far as I'm aware, that is new sculpting, which we do love to see. But she does need something to hold with these trigger hands, so she comes with two guns. Now, these are just the generic ones, but I'm also not mad because I don't expect brand new sculpting on everything all the time. But I can also say it would have been nice to get some, new gun accessories, but they've done enough with this pack that honestly I'm okay with it not being this one. But these guns, you gotta have some amazing barrel effects. Now, oh boy, I've always loved these. Black Widow, I think, was the character to introduce, or was the figure to introduce these. The Deadly Origin Black Widow, I think, was the one to introduce these bullet effects and the guns we see here. So that's pretty cool. But she does have more accessories and more fists, so let's move on to these fisted hands. I do want to take a second, because one of mine is a little messed up. Look at that. In fact, I'll pop it off here. But, yeah, that doesn't look right. That's for certain. There's a small issue there. But, yeah, I don't know about this. Like, here. If you can't tell, will my camera focus? Yeah, that's what it should look like versus what it does. So, yeah, I don't know. But to go with these fisted hands, she comes with multiple sets of her stingers, including... So just like the gun, she does come with two firing ones and two smoke ones, so you can have them both firing or both smoking just after a shot has been fired. I love this. I've loved this ever since they introduced it with the Walmart exclusive one. Had the jetpack. I can't think of what the name of that one was. Had the gray suit, bomber jacket. You know what I'm talking about. It's great. I love them. In addition to this head, she also came with two more alternate ones, and let's quickly show them off. Because I much prefer the other two over these short hairs shown on this one. It's a good one, but the main thing I don't like is hair covering her eye. So if you just moved that over like so, I actually like it in this way. But the way it does sit, it's a no for me. Personal, you guys might love that one. That's all personal preference, because these three styles do give us completely different Black Widows. And while I do really like this one, there is one more I like much better, and that is this head here. This is my quintessential Black Widow figure because of this head. I mean, including the body sculpt, but this head is really what made it stand out to me as the best we have gotten. And she does look a lot whiter than she is in person, because that's what my lighting is doing. It's not good for much else other than making my figures look really bright, and I don't know how to fix that. But yeah, with everything included, this is your quintessential Black Widow figure. There is a reason she has been on everyone's top 10 list this year. And if I had gotten her when she came out or before before I made that list, she would have been on mine. But Black Widow is only as good as the figures that go with her, in my opinion, because she is one of my original Avenger team members. So for me, this was really to finish off my Avengers, which we will truly see come to an end once I get a Wasp and that Giant Man. But before those do arrive, let's see what she looks like next to the rest of my Avengers. And to build out my classic Avengers, I have chosen the 80th anniversary Hulk, the best Hulk Marvel Legends has released. The 80th anniversary Thor, the best Thor, that is 100% agreed upon among every collector that I have ever talked to. The Hawkeye, which, again, quintessential Hawkeye. The quintessential Captain America. The AI Iron Man, which is not... I keep saying quintessential, but he's not that. And truthfully, I think the quintessential Iron Man is the 80th anniversary one. But I don't own that. But with all of these quintessential Avengers figures, this Black Widow fits in perfectly. This is a figure where you will only ever need to buy one. Once you get this figure, you will never need another version of this character again. But I did buy two more before this came out, so let me clear these boys off here, and I will just... I don't know when I'm going to put the Hulk, or if he'll even go off. Nope, he won't, so he'll just stand in the back and watch. But I did buy two other versions of the character before getting this one. And that was the Deadly Origin, and I don't remember the name of the other one. I used to have the box sitting around here, but I recently purged all of them, and that thing went out to the trash, to say the least. So, I don't know the name of it, but you all know what figure it is. It's a great one to have, but also was at Ollie's, so... Truthfully, if you can't get a hold of this Black Widow, I've seen this one multiple times at Ollie's, go grab her because, to be honest, she is the second best one. But as much as I do love this suit design, this one is okay. The classic black suit for Black Widow will always be the best. But before we go, there's one more figure I need to compare her next to, and that is Daredevil. If I remember right, these two did have a small-lived fling in the books. Roast me in the comments if that was completely wrong. I haven't read Daredevil, guys. Okay, I want to, but there's a lot of books I need to read. I have a lot of catching up to do on my Marvel Universe and Invincible and DC. I can't do it all at once. I have to section it out, and Daredevil's way down the list. But yeah, I think these two scale well together. I do hope the Mafex Daredevil will scale well because I think that'll end up being the one that goes onto the shelf. And if that one's good enough, I might end up selling this 3-pack one, as he, as much as I like him, will not compare to that Mafex one. I don't know why I'm messing up my words today, but I am. And yeah, with all that said and out of the way, this is an amazing, incredible figure. If you have not picked her up already, do yourself the favor of doing so. This is one of the few figures that I am going to rate a 9.8 out of 10, and that 9.8 is only brought down because the one fist on mine is messed up. Otherwise, I consider this figure perfect. Like, genuine... Oh, I guess the printing on the belt's messed up too, but, like, that'll vary. I don't know about the fist, though. That brings it down for me. So, I wouldn't worry about it with yours. It was probably a fluke on mine. I did buy it from Amazon, so maybe that's my issue. But, yeah. With all that said and out of the way, did you buy this figure? What do you think of it? What do you think of the review? What can I do to improve? And remember to like and subscribe if you have not already, because I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.